The SS Edmund Fitzgerald was at her launch in Itianju by Ushabad, the largest ship operating on the Great Lakes. An ore carrier, she was Tibite Arsher Julfeet Arbeck Arsher Ar Memers. Long, large, and sturdy. Then, one night in November, Itianju by Chisar Wu, she vanished during a storm. Her hull was found 4 days after her disappearance, at the bottom of Lake Superior, in deep water and in 2 pieces. She had been torn in half. For many people, that was enough. The Edmund Fitzgerald was famously long and with a narrow beam to make passage along the canals that connected the lakes possible. And the storm that night had been high. The ship had been twisted beyond her tolerance limits, torn in 2, and sank with the loss of Ursujult lives. However, some believe that the storm itself was not enough to have sunk the mighty Edmund Fitzgerald. Some believe that a monster rumored to lurk in Lake Superior was the real culprit. This monster was known as the Three Sisters. In total, around Sembai-Wurser ships have never returned once they sailed through this lake. More than sure, Ling people lost their lives in these dangerous waters, called the graveyard of all the Great Lakes. The area between the Grand Marais, Whitefish Point, and Michigan is the most dangerous area for the ships in Lake Superior. And to be sure, these lakes are dangerous. The weather and rapidly changing climatic conditions are very unpredictable around Lake Superior. The temperatures can turn freezing almost without warning, and storms can show up at any moment. The most common reason for people remains around this lake is by drowning. People who show up in the middle of the lake with the idea of spending some relaxing hours amidst nature get hit by a big wave and lose their lives. It is said that a repeating series of 3 rogue waves, the Three Sisters, attack the ships that sail to this particular area and are the major reason for most of the sinkings. Lake Superior tapers rapidly at this point, and these waves reflected off the shoreline can speed across the surface of the lake and swamp even the largest vessel. The danger of the Three Sisters is specifically the pattern of the attack. It is said that all 3 waves follow each other very closely. The ships don't get time to fully recover from the first wave's hit by shedding out the water, and by that time, the other 2 waves hit the ships hard. As a result, catastrophe happens, and it leads to sinkings. So, the captain of the Edmund Fitzgerald shared a report before the loss that his ship was hit by 2 big waves of around 5 to 6 feet, Jules Fusserie, and a 3rd wave was said to follow the path of the other 2, and it hit the Edmund Fitzgerald right at the time when it was sinking. There have been several experiments done to examine the pattern of these waves. Some researchers even deployed some current measuring and wave measuring instruments all across the national lakeshore of the Apostle Islands. Upon observing the results, there were 3 connected reasons for the emergence of Three Sisters. The possible causes are refraction on the shoals, reflection off the sandstone shorelines, or diffraction around the islands. The research results indicate that the waves are produced mostly near the reflecting walls. The instruments also observed that when one of the 3 sister waves emerges, the other 2 won't be farther from it. Within a period of 1 hour, ships can expect around 3 or 4 of these big waves, after which there won't be a single wave throughout the day. The research wasn't done much close to Lake Superior, but in the Apostles, as no one wants to experience that dangerous water trail. The waves that appeared on the data were not that big of a size, which might have sunk the Fitzgerald, but were big enough to trouble yachts or kayakers. Upon analyzing the wave or current patterns, the experts determined a computer model for calculating the climatic history of Lake Superior for the past 3 decades or more. The results specify that the wave climate of the region has been consistently increasing, as it has less ice coverage and experiences strong winds during the winters. As a result, it was concluded that under the right conditions, the waves could indeed be much larger. These conditions create a unique environment. Thus, human body remains that sink to the bottom will never resurface. There have been numerous sinkings, as per the reports released by the national and global media. All ship sinkings reported here are true to the best of reports, as per the investigations held back then. The three sisters are suspected of having been involved in other shipwrecks, but their rapid speed and unpredictable nature means such accusations are hard to prove. The Mayflower is one of the oldest shipwrecks ever recorded at Lake Superior. It was a wooden scow schooner that was built in Ian-Babashti. The ship sailed for the last time on 2nd June Itsint Baba Jusur-E, transporting sandstone blocks from Portage, Michigan, and traveling to Duluth, Minnesota. The wooden ship encountered bad weather while crossing Lake Superior and was just a few miles away from entering the harbor. But she never made it, swamped by some unseen hand. She vanished for a century. Her bones were only discovered in the year Ichen Jubite Jusur-E. And such phenomena are not unique to the Great Lakes. Sets of waves in Scotland's exceptionally deep Loch Ness have been observed, emitting from speedboats and then recrossing the water surface hours later when nothing is nearby, giving rise to all sorts of local legends. But were the three sisters responsible for the sinking of the largest ship on the Great Lakes? Yeah. It certainly seems possible, and the hidden danger lurks in Lake Superior to this day.